And you welcome back. It is Social Media Buzz here on iBrandTV. And you know how we do it. The beautiful, ever elegant, delectable, black don't crack Debbie is here with us. Hi, Debbie. Good morning.
Hello, Che. Good morning. How are you?
You're looking very pinky.
Nobody does it better. Be better or better.
I mean,
Josh can only come close.
I'm collecting my flowers.
Josh, please learn. Learn. Hi, Josh. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
How's your weekend?
My weekend was good.
Madam Studios.
The coast no clear. we still observe good boy behavior, you know.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Wow!
All right. I must say, you both are looking very, beautiful and
Thank you.
smart this morning.
Thank
All right.
you.
Let's go straight into it because we have lots of stories and I want us to cover every one of it.
Bring it on.
Now, the first story. The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission has stated that it would not hesitate to take action against businesses engaging in price fixing. It highlighted the strain this act places on consumer well-being and economic stability and urged citizens to report such practices. The FCCPC disclosed this in a statement posted on its official X handle yesterday. The statement urged Nigerians to stay vigilant and report any unfair trade practices they encounter. Now, let me break it down. They're simply saying those that actually hiked their price during the
rising dollar.
Price. If consumers, as you and me, if we actually find out that they not reduce their price, we have to report them to the FCCPC. Now let's take a look at some of the reactions on social media.
Is this a joke?
Now the first reaction said, they just increased the price of a kilo of meat to 6,000. I asked the man what is responsible for the increment. He said it's subsidy. Like, I don't get. It was the dollar before, now subsidy. I wonder if cows now drink petrol. We are a problem sometimes. Government should regulate prices. Second reaction. Have been backing and shouting for price regulatory bodies since. Thank God it's about to start. Another reaction. What is thank God? For price regulation to work, government has to tell us cost of item that we can know if it's high or not. You can't go to the market and start reporting a year later for a price when you have no price country. Price control will work for tea, noodles, and not meat. Another reaction. Begin with NNPC. Since when the dollar was at 1,200, fuel was sold for around 580 naira. However, when the dollar increased to 1,600, the fuel increased to 640 naira. Now that the currency is less than 1,200, why is the fuel price still at 630?
Makes sense.
Another reaction. I sent a mail to you guys since last year. Till date, no acknowledgements, no reply, nothing. 2 emails and no reply. You want to waste our time or what? And the final reaction. How do you regulate prices in a capitalist economy? Is it not to make available more supply when the government have no means of its own supply? Will you force a market woman to sell agari? Uche, how do you react to this?
I asked a question. I said, is this a joke? Because from where to where?
Right.
How do you want to start? Who do you want to start with? In fact, if this is not this is a government agency, right? They should start cleaning the house from inside and start coming outside. After all, they say charity begins
at home.
If a government agency have realized that Nigerians are suffering, that is a welcome development. People are hiking prices and they are not reducing it. It is also a very welcome development. There are government agencies who have hiked prices and refused to bring it down. It was just last week that me and you were shouting that for people to get their NIN, they now have to pay some good amount of money. NIN that you just need to queue, do your fingerprint, and you get your number. You start going home. Now people are paying more than 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 12,000 naira for it. Let us start from there. Why is NIN now costing money? Why is it costing that much? Right? Let us assume that for some reasons the economic situation affected them as well. Dollar have come down. Why is it still 12,000 naira? And why is NNPC, a government agency owned fuel station, still selling petrol at 600 naira? Let us start from there. Let us start from customs charges. Let's start from, why is it still high? Let's start from, before you come and tell somebody that went to Alaba to buy markets at certain price, you will not come and tell them because they hike it. What if they have not finished selling the one they bought 2 years ago? Are you the person that will not come and tell them to reduce it? People are not buying. Purchasing power has drastically reduced. People have goods. Nobody is buying it. Now that people are able to buy, they will not make their gain. Why? Is that how you used to do?
Just how do you react?
In the book, in the good book, they say hypocrites are those who like to wash the outer part of the cup while
the inside is very dirty. They've not removed the thing in their eyes. They want to come and drag the one in my own.
I don't understand on what basis or premise would they be coming to tell us to either report or whatever. Because come to look at it, if in a single climb we have the price board, so it cuts across both goods and services. We also have, consumer protection rights, so that the consumer, the average consumer, is protected from being exploited. So these two agencies are there to, work, symbiotically, so as to make sure that, prices of goods and services are maintained. But when you want to bring these things to, to the fore, have you done your own work?
Thank you.
Yes, if you want to make sure that prices are controlled, what would you talk about the issue of cost of production? Is cost of production reduced or increased? The cost of transportation, what would you talk about it? So if these two factors are not put in place, how do you now tell an average businessman what to fix his price for his goods and services on? Because I would not import things when I find it difficult to access the FX from the market, knowing fully well that right about now CBN do not give FX directly to commercial banks. They give it to chief of banks, MDs, chairman, and this chairman, they have their BDCs, so that they give those FX to them at a very exorbitant rate, not the usual official I&E window. So if I cannot get it through the official bank and I go through the BDC and I get it at an expensive rate, go to China, bring in my stuff, and you tell me what to put my price?
My brother.
It's not possible.
And this is not even
Impossible.
us saying that there are no unruly elements out there who would intentionally, outrageously increase their price. Those people, they exist, and we are not in support of you at all. But while we call them out, let us also call the other end of this conversation out, because you cannot be black and blue. You need to pick a hustle. Yeah.
True. All right. So let's move on to the next story. The Nigerian Correctional Service has said that it is holding Idris Okuneye, popularly known as Bobrisky,
Okay.
who was sentenced. I think Uchi actually came for violence this morning.
Oh, no. Clarity is important. Assumptions can cause trouble.
Right.
Yes.
Now, Bobrisky was sentenced to 6 months imprisonment over Naira abuse in its male facility for the period. Now, earlier reported that the Federal High Court in Lagos on Friday sentenced Bobrisky to 6 months in jail without option of a fine. Now, it has reported now that Bobrisky, who was arrested, is now cooling off in the male correctional center. And report reaching us this morning, which actually, shared me the report. She said that
It's not me. What?
Okay, report reaching us this morning. They said that I should tell you people that.
Please, is it from a reliable source?
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Reliable source that is,
It's still intact.
it's still intact.
There's not been any
Some people call it akpamu. Some people call it. Some people call it fam. Some people call it okay. Oh. So it's still very intact. So, but let's take a look at some of the reaction. How people, netizens reacted to his sentence on Friday. Now, the first reaction said, if spraying money is now a crime, then Kirikiri will be flooded with our favorite celebrities and rich friends and uncles. They should prosecute him if he committed any crime that is worth prosecuting for, and put this mutilation and Naira abuse balderdash to a corner. Another reaction. The correctional service statement seemed to prioritize Bobrisky's safety over addressing the broader issues within the correctional system. It's essential to ensure the safety of all inmates while also addressing systemic issues. Another reaction. LMAO. Now, this is hilarious, but seriously, why are they scapegoating him 6 months without bail, whereas there are people that have committed worse crime and walking free? I hope his lawyers appeal. I'm sure he will win. Another reaction. It's now obvious that Bobrisky was not sentenced for spraying money, but for something else. James Brown will be smart not to spray money now, but I still day on arm. If he mistakenly drives on BRT lane, now 21 years imprisonment straight. Another reaction. So much for someone who recently won an award for best dressed female. Josh, how do you react to this?
the law shouldn't just be for the poor, right? Because some people say the law was actually set for the poor. So the rich know how to find their way out of it. But I'm not in any way giving or holding brief for Bobrisky. What I'm saying is that if actually he's being sentenced to 6 months imprisonment for an offense of naira mutilation, yes, he should go in for it. And what about those who are also abusing the naira by spraying it at very high-profile events, you know, by even the same political figures that we see today who make those laws? So why shouldn't the law function for them? So come to look at it, I am not in support of Bobrisky's action, but then again, he should face the music if we have a law that kicks against naira mutilation. And of course, for those who are also spraying the naira, there's also a law that forbids that. So they should also go after those who are also abusing the law. That's where I stay on this issue.